From the moment we can walk, we are taught that life is a race. We learn quickly that speed, intelligence, and victory are the primary ways to secure a sense of value. Watch a child on a playground, and you see this system in action. They pour every ounce of energy into sprinting the fastest or stacking the tallest block tower possible. The math of this feedback loop is simple. As the number of tasks won increases on the bottom axis, the approval rating on the vertical axis climbs right along with it. Every victory is rewarded with a gold star. When value is calculated this way, existence becomes a trap. You have to keep securing those wins day after day just to guarantee that you remain visible to the world. But eventually, the runner slows down. After the cheering stops, the posture slumps and the breathing gets heavy. The tank is empty. A person can stand next to the tallest tower in the room, holding a perfect string of gold stars, and still feel entirely hollow. In the silence of that exhaustion, a doubt takes root. Does this life matter when the running stops? Meeting every demand the world places on you can still leave you drained. External performance, no matter how perfect, cannot fill the need for genuine, quiet acceptance. Then comes the unavoidable crash. A foot catches on the pavement, a hand slips, and the block tower shatters on the floor. A deep physiological panic sets in immediately. The child huddles on the ground and squeezes their eyes shut, bracing for the harsh scolding or rejection they've been conditioned to expect after a failure. But the shouting never happens. The terrifying voice of judgment they were prepared for is replaced by a total, shocking silence. In a strictly competitive system, failure feels like a threat to your right to exist. It suggests that if you cannot perform, you are no longer worthy of being kept. Into that silence comes a different kind of presence. It arrives softly and gently, offering a peace that doesn't demand an explanation for the fallen blocks. This new logic changes how we measure worth. Even when the stars and trophies vanish from the scale, the indicator for intrinsic value on the other side remains completely full. This represents a baseline value, the idea that you were inherently significant long before you ever laced up your shoes or ran a single race. This value is anchored in the love of a creator who saw you before your first victory. Because God's love began at the start, it doesn't fluctuate based on how well you finish. True self-worth exists as a permanent gift. It is a steady reality bestowed by unconditional love, remaining intact regardless of the world's applause. When the runner returns to the playground, the environment looks exactly the same. The people around them are still sprinting in a frantic, blurred race. But the child has changed. The desperate, anxious energy that once drove them to keep up has evaporated. Eventually, another mistake happens. A tower falls over again. This time, the reaction is different. Instead of tears or terror, the child simply smiles and begins again. Recognizing that you are already loved removes the sting from a mistake. Failure is transformed from a life-ruining disaster into a temporary, harmless event. Life will still bring difficult days. There will be physical exhaustion and falls that leave you small. But through every struggle, an invisible presence walks beside you. You are no longer navigating the track through your own strength alone. Regardless of your performance today, you are never worthless, never forgotten, and never truly on your own. Real rest for a tired heart comes from the realization that the race doesn't define you. You can stop running, because God is already holding your hand through every step of the journey.